in terms of the top three aspects, I would think one would really be, is a new shareholder suitable from their vision perspective? Is there an alignment? Do they sort of have the same expectation of the institution that they're buying as the seller that's selling? In fact, there are three parties, right? The seller, the buyer, and the institution itself. The second one is really, does that new shareholder have the capacity to get the institution where they need to go? So usually what's happening is the selling shareholder, maybe it's a fixed end fund and they need to exit because the fund is maturing. Maybe they're just constrained. They cannot add additional equity, and it really needs to go to a buyer that's just a bigger institution and has more equity to invest. So that capability is there. And it's not just financial, it's also, do they have the skills and the knowledge to maintain the mission and to move, go with the vision that they have from the intention. And then the third part is, I think, there's an environmental aspect to the context. So what's the market that they're operating in, and is this really a feasible process? Because you have to expect that you cannot expect a market that's, for example, has a very repressive regulatory structure that doesn't really facilitate the transfer of shares and transfer of ownership in a way that you would like to do it. So you can't forget it, right? This is not like, not every market is the same. So I like to think of exits. A really good example is to think of them like an arranged marriage. Right? If you're a shareholder of an institution, you're effectively like a parent of a child. And if you think of marriages in traditional, especially in South Asian traditional societies, uh, it's the parents that actually choose the bride or the groom, and part of that process is the fit. Is this potential bride and groom going to be the right partner for my child? And and part of it also in traditional societies is a dowry. So how much is that family paying? And that is quite similar to what's happening in an exit. And so I think the example is those shareholders that are really looking for the fit of the new shareholder, the new owner, are going to be the ones more successful. And one that comes to mind is the sale of AMK in 2018 by Incofin, where even to this day, 6 years later, Incofin sits on the board of AMK and in fact chairs their social performance committee, despite having no shares anymore. Right? So it's really, they've exited as owners, but they're still partners of the institution.